Puts up a three. Nailed from three-point land. Porzingis has got a pair of threes now here in the third for Philadelphia. And so it's Exum with it. They'll bring it up with the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing here by 8. Kuzma with the screen for Exum. 16 feet away. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Exum. Exum's got assist number 5 here tonight. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Black the pass to Hunter. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And here's Porzingis for a three. Davis is checked in for Exum. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Mavericks trail by 6. And here is Bryant. He's got 13. Here's Bruce Ellis. Dallas, no good that time either. 76ers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Black the pass to Hart. Takes a three. It's good from long range. Hart's got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movements.
Davis down low. Working on Black. Davis kicks to Kuzma. 6 to shoot. O'Neal a screen on Hart. To the middle.
Well, sending Shaq to the line here is on paper the smart foul.
But free throws of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
That's good from O'Neal. Delano Banton's checked in for Hart. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And whether it's for himself or others, D-Wade is constantly making things happen.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA, thanks. And the 76ers making a change here. Duarte's checked in. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. 5th, the Mavericks.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Shaq passes to Kuzma. Kuzma with the screen for Davis. Kobe, that's for 2. To the wing right side. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Kuzma. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Kuzma's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
They set the pick. Three-pointer. Wade. Kuzma pulls it in.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
Bryant outside. Here's Shaq. Oh, wow!
That is beautiful.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. Shaq capable of bringing down the entire basket.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 17. Passed away from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the edge Kuzma plays with is terrific. A tough, versatile player who plays with a real hunger to keep getting better.
Free throw good. Kuzma. A different look for Dallas. Hachimura is checked in for Shaq. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Kobe. And both free throws good for Kuzma.
Some big guys struggle at the line. Not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Pass to Poole. Lopez sets a screen for Poole. Drills it from outside. Poole's got his 3rd basket of the night.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Buzelis. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And here's Poole for 3. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the 76ers. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So with Gay on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Hachimura. Davis is out there with Exum. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Harris in at the small forward position.
And the big guy is doing big things offensively. O'Neal knows his team counts on him to rack up points.
Lopez sets a screen for Hart. The 3-pointer no good. And it's Davis with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Harris passes to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Hachimura. Porzingis can't hit.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
Outside, Davis. Harris outside. Davis, the pass to Hachimura. To the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Davis with a screen on Hart. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Philadelphia shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Pass to Hart. Here's Porzingis. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
To the inside. A steal. Inside. Here's Banton. Fires the 3. Good on the triple. Banton's got himself on the board with 3 there. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
And sometimes the D has no choice but to foul O'Neal. He's that dominant.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from O'Neal. Mavericks making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. O'Neal hits them both.
And this is the pattern we typically see from this team as a whole, creating chances at the line and converting them.
Now, here's Poole. There's the 3. Porzingis can't hit.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
On the wing, Davis. Guarded by Poole. Davis, the pass to O'Neal. Tries again. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Back to Poole. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Harris outside. Davis against Poole. Davis kicks to Harris. Shot clock at 5. The tray. Kept alive. No good from Shaq.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Dallas. Bryant comes in for Davis. Then for the 76ers, Wade comes in for Duarte. And Black's subbed in for Jordan Poole. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Hunter, no one around him. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Shaq.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Here's Wade. 1:49 left in the game. Mavericks with the rebound. Kuzma finds Bryant. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Wade. Here's Black. Pass to Hunter. Beyond the arc. And Shaq pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 9. Exum dishes to Kobe. Down low. to the right wing. Here's Exum. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Philadelphia has gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Here's Black. Pass to Hunter. Here's Porzingis, guarded by Kuzma. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Black, and they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Three-pointer, Wade doesn't get it to drop for him. Over to the wing. Who's jealous? No one around him. So the 76ers win it. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present...
Let's meet the...
Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, B.A., for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Castle. Then there's Sarr. And it's Bridges in at the 2. Now here's Wembanyama. 6 on the shot clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Castle. They get it back. Here's Sarr. Uses the glass on the layup.
First bucket of the evening. Now, both teams are really looking to exploit matchups here.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Here's Jackson. Back to Russell. It's blocked. Russell against Isaac. Pass to Castle. Here's Isaac. Bridges outside. To the right side. Here's Castle. The rebound by Jackson.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Isaac for 3, gets the 3-ball to go.
Boy, Jonathan Isaac, if he can consistently make shots, he has got such incredible potential.
Jackson outside. Jack's up at 3. And he can't get that one. For Phoenix, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. The Knicks with the rebound. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Phoenix this year. Lively finds Jackson. Now Russell. Jackson outside. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
There's the triple. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges, so willing to give it up to an open guy.
Now a timeout called by New York.
With the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
A quick break, and we look at our 2K leaderboard for three-point shooting last season. The Suns second.
That kind of efficiency from range is generally an indicator of a dominant offense.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
You can see the assertiveness right now of D'Angelo Russell. He welcomes the contact and powers and plays right through it.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Castle, guarded by Russell. Isaac for three. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Boy, the massive potential is evident on display from Jonathan Isaac. How confident a shooter right there. Wow.
Jackson outside. Pass to Russell. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Houston. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Castle, guarded by Russell. Isaac outside. And he's going for the oop here.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked. Knicks trail by 8. Jackson outside. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Pass to Isaac. Takes it inside. And there's the rejection. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Hendricks. And the Suns also making a change. Coulibaly, he's checked in for Bridges. Here's Castle. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Wembanyama. Fades away. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Wembanyama's got 5.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Houston passes to Jackson. And again, New York with the triple.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Castle. They set the pick. Back to Coulibaly. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Inside. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Phoenix leading by 4. Outside Coulibaly. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Wembanyama. That shot off. New York has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Outside Russell. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. No good with a layup. Phoenix has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. Wembanyama. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Wembanyama's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. They trail by 6. 4-3. Here's Lively. Sarr pulls it in.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's Castle, guarded by Russell. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And so it's Phoenix up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. More 2K action in just a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the 3-point land never hurts.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Knicks trail by 8. Smith out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. That's the group for New York starting the 2nd. Now here's Anunoby. No points yet. They set the pick. The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Doris, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
Now here's Russell. Outside, DiVincenzo. The 3-ball. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now. And we played through the first minute here in the 2nd. And DiVincenzo comes to help. Ross for 3. Bargnani pulls it in. Knicks trail by 5. Pass to DiVincenzo. They set a pick. Going inside. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Terry, guarded by Russell. To the inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's DiVincenzo. Tipped. Here's Terry. DiVincenzo covering. Pass to Ross. Here's Sarr. McGee, a screen on Smith. Sarr passes to McGee. Count it. And the Suns lead by 7.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Over to the wing. And there's the screen. Here's Smith. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Pass to Sarr. And here in the 2nd quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And McGee with the stuff.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
New York calls timeout. A different look for Phoenix. Wembanyama's checked in for McGee. Mikal Bridges comes in for Ross. And Castle subbed in for Terry. Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Houston. He's guarded by Bridges. The three from Russell. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defense is disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Now here's Russell. 6 points for him. Pass to Bargnani. Lets the three fly. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And here's Wembanyama. Again, the Suns good for 2.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Now Russell. Jackson outside. Pass to Houston. Shot is up. And it's Phoenix with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Outside Coulibaly. Here's Castle. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Coulibaly. Launches it. And Castle with the 3. Castle's got 7 points in the game.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Russell finds Jackson. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Phoenix calls timeout.
See yourself on the screen, and you show up your best move. Let's go. Let's see it.
Lively, he's checked in for New York. Isaac, he's checked in for Phoenix. And a moment to check out the 2K leaderboard. Here were the best rebounders last season. 5th best, Alex Sarr.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Here's Wembanyama. 9 points in the game. The 3 is up. And it's Isaac with the basket on the assist by Castle. Isaac's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Knicks trail by 9. Houston passes to Jackson. To the middle. And he jams it home with authority.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
New York has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Russell from outside sends it home from three-point land. Russell's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, the lefty stroke of D'Angelo Russell on display. This is a guard who can be effective with and without the ball.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Hits a three-pointer.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Here's Houston. He's guarded by Bridges. Here's Houston. Jackson with a screen on Bridges. Here's Houston. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Phoenix out in front, leading by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
You know, for Phoenix, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Phoenix Suns.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Comes down to 1-2. Right now, they wanted more.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Jonathan Isaac.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Knicks trail by 5. And so in the game for the Suns, Sarr out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Castle in at the 1. Now here's Russell. Jackson outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hendricks. Off the mark there with a 3.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Pass to Castle. The 3. The Knicks pull it in. Lively's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Hendricks. No made baskets yet. Clock at 6. Here's Houston. He's guarded by Bridges. And it's blocked by Isaac.
You can see the long wingspan of Jonathan Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
Phoenix leading by 5. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. From outside, off the mark.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half, you need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Pass to Houston. He got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Sarr. Now a timeout called by New York. It's been quite a game for Jonathan Isaac.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
Always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. The Suns, second.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
.90 seconds into the second half now. Here's Hendricks, 6 on the shot clock. New York again can't hit. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Down low. Here's Castle. And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Knicks trail by 5. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
The shot by Russell, no good.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Pass to Castle. From deep, Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Hendricks.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. And there's a pick. Here's Russell. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, this guy's a shifty player now. D'Angelo Russell, adept at using various speeds to keep defenders off balance.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Isaac outside. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J. Isaac's got 15 points.
When Jonathan Isaac gets cooking like this, it shows what the future could be. He has the skill set to be devastating.
There's Jackson with the 3. Fires in the triple.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
Now here's Isaac. 15 points in the game.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Houston. And the 3 off target.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Isaac outside. To the paint. Here's Castle. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 9 points in the game.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Russell to pass to Houston. Fires the three. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 4 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Phoenix.
Suns lead 41-38. Timeout Phoenix. Here comes the Knicks hitting after everyone. Get loud for them.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. And the Suns also making a change. Koulibaly's checked in. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Isaac outside. Pass to Castle from behind the arc. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Outside Russell. Here's the three. It's hauled in by the Suns. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. 1:44 left in the third. Outside Koulibaly. Inside. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Russell deciding where to go with it. Here's Houston. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got assist number 5 here tonight.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make since.
Now here's Koulibaly. 1:07 left in the third quarter. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Castle for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Now here's Anunoby. Here's Houston. Back to Russell. Oh, rejected by Isaac. Wembanyama. Pass to Sarr. Pass to Koulibaly. Isaac outside. Right wing. From deep, Sarr. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Here's Houston. He's got 14. Jackson, the screen. Off target from outside. The third quarter comes to a close. Suns ahead. They lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. The Suns lead by 5. We've got Smith, and it's Hendricks in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And for New York, they're shooting just under 40% from the field. Here's Hendricks. Koulibaly defending. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Down low. Here's Bridges. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Suns lead by 9.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Bargnani. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Outside Coulibaly. Out to the right wing. McGee, a screen on Smith. Wembanyama, pass to McGee. And McGee with the stuff.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Smith against Wembanyama. Shoots. Smith no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Now here's Coulibaly. Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by Hendricks.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Smith outside. Stolen by Wembanyama. He goes up. Wow, Wembanyama running the floor.
Those are the kind of plays that win you games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with it.
Timeout called, Knicks. Lively, he's checked in for Smith. And a change for the Suns. Isaac, he's checked in for McGee. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what the Knicks coach was going over with his guys. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
And Allie, thanks. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Bargnani. Outside, DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Stolen by Wembanyama. For three, Bridges. Drops in the three. Bridges has got 5 points in the quarter.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Here's Hendricks. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Coulibaly. To the middle. Here's Terry. And it's rejected. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Houston. Puts up a three. Knocks down the triple.
He's looked like a totally different player in the second half. That's his third triple.
Phoenix leading by 13. Here's Terry. And here's Bridges. Outside Coulibaly. Shot clock at 6. He shoots it. Isaac in the post. The shot no good. New York has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. DiVincenzo, pass to Bargnani. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Timeout called, Suns. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for New York. Russell comes in for DiVincenzo. Sarge checked in for the Suns. Castle comes in for Terry. Phoenix leading by 11. To the inside. Sarr. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's Houston. He's guarded by Bridges. so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Suns. At one point, they led by 16. And the basket is good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And New York has possession, following the score by Phoenix. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Phoenix with it. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Isaac for three. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Suns.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jonathan Isaac.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen. Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Oh, stolen by Anunoby. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. A nice shot by Ivy. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. McGee, a screen on Ivy. Inside. And McGee with the stuff.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Anunoby can't get it to go. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Coulibaly on the wing. Pass to Terry. Here's Ross. Now here's McGee. 4 on the clock. Bargnani pulls it in. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports. All right. For a fresh season of NBA basketball. How excited are you?
Oh, man, Kevin, on a scale of 1 to 10, can I go 20? I mean, we've been waiting for these games to start for months. The offseason seems endless, and there's always drama about player movement, who's going where, and expectation, but nothing better than getting that ball thrown up. And let's see these guys go at it.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got Smith. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Parsons in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Picked his pocket. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Marbury. Triple from the wing.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Rondo passes to Smith. To the inside. Here's Love. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Now here's Giannis. Pass to Marbury. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Rajon Rondo. First trip to the line for him here.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. Good on both.
Well, you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Now here's Rondo. Tight defense on him. J.R. Smith on the wing. Toronto grabs the miss.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Pass to Barnes for 3. And again, no good by Toronto. And it's Rondo with the ball for Charlotte. It's a 5-point game. Smith outside. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Drummond with a screen on Sexton. And it's Smith missing. Toronto, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Marbury. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Barnes passes to Giannis. Lets it go from deep. And no good. Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Love. Six on the shot clock. Good D by Barnes. Raptors leading by 5. Lobbed up there for Barnes. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. The Raptors making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. 5th, the Raptors.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Sexton against Rondo. Parsons outside. Pass to Smith. For the 3. It's not going to go for him. Raptors leading by 7. Lang the pass to Sexton. Clark outside. Wang can't get it to go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And Parsons kicks to Rondo. Out to the right wing. Love against Clark. Trying to get something going. Rondo's shot is off.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And here's Smith, following the three-pointer by Scotty Barnes. Bangs home the trifecta.
Gotta know Smith is on the prowl for revenge when you sink on him. I mean, great response from the young man.
Here's Marbury. He's got 5. Smith with the defensive effort. 1:30 left to play in the first. Rebound by the Raptors.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
That bucket in no time at all. Marbury's got 7 points.
Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
Rondo passes to Parsons. Back to Rondo. Here's Drummond. Off with the layup. Toronto leading by 9. Clark right side. And Sexton has it in the corner. Fires top of the key. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Rondo.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Smith finds Rondo. Back to Smith. There's the triple. Drills the three-pointer. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
Such a reflexive shooter. Smith rarely needs any time to get set up and fire.
Here's Marbury. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
There's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Now here is Smith. He's got 6. Got a hand on it. And so it's the Toronto Raptors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
So it's the Hornets now, trailing here by 8. Scotty Barnes is out there with Brandon Clark. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's Marion in at the small forward. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Now, here's Lowry, following the miss by J.R. Smith. Fultz with the ball. Puts up a 3, and there's Lowry. That's good on the assist from Fultz. Lowry's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors. Pass to Gallinari. Mitchell outside. Gallinari passes to Smith. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
That's good from J.R. Smith.
And Smith is known as a streaky shooter, but when he gets hot, boy, he is really fun to watch.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Fultz. J.R. Smith hits them both. Raptors leading by 9. And here is Antetokounmpo. He has yet to score. Outside Lowry. Three-pointer. Gallinari with the rebound. And the Hornets shooting a putrid 25% from the field. Poor shot selection all around. Mitchell passes to Young. Fareed with it. He's covered by Clark. And Fareed kicks to Young. For three, Mitchell. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Lowry passes to Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Second is J.R. Smith.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Mitchell. Marion against Smith. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Sexton, he's checked in for the Raptors. Charlotte also making some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Gallinari. And Chandler Parsons in for Mitchell. Now here is Smith. 8 points for him. Young looking it over. Shoots the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. Hornets trail by 8. Young outside. Back to Smith. Fareed, a screen on Lowry. Over to the left wing. Young with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And some changes here for the for Young. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Rondo against Sexton. Smith on the wing. He's got 8 over Marbury. And the Hornets miss again.
Well, that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
Clark dishes to Sexton. A screen on run. Pass to Marbury. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Marbury's got 11 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Smith. Clark against Drummond. Parsons outside. Pass to Rondo. Now here's Drummond. He's covered by Clark. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 19-foot shot. And it's Drummond missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Sexton with the bounce pass. There's 1:38 left here in the second.
They are just killing them on the interior.
1:30 left in the first half. Sexton against Rondo. Left side, Love. Out left to the wing. Drummond finds Rondo. Charlotte moving it around. Over Sexton. And the Hornets miss again. Raptors leading by 12. That's to Marbury. Over Parsons. And that's collected by Love.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Now, here's Mitchell. Still without a basket. Rondo against Sexton. Rondo kicks to Love. Over Marion. And it's Love missing. The Raptors have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And a dunk by Marion.
And Marion finishes with strength there, demonstrating how athletic he is with that dunking ability.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Rondo scanning the floor. Mitchell sets the screen for Rondo. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. Near the three-point line, it's Love. Off the mark, and the drought continues. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Raptors leading by 14. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Hello, everybody. The news is in. Players of the week have been named. Let's see who's hot. For the Western Conference, R.J. Barrett.
Well, we could give you plenty of highlights, but a lot of substance, too. He's moving the needle for his team.
And normally I do favor the big man, but I will admit he's worth the price of admission.
When was the last time you paid to get in a game?
I pay all the time with my face.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Raptors.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Hey, it's not rocket science. I keep telling people that.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Hornets. It's a 14-point game on the court for Charlotte. Rondo out there with Smith. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And so here's Charlotte. Love the pass to Drummond. The Hornets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. Toronto leading by 13. Here's Sexton. Still scoreless. And it's sent back by Drummond. And they're able to recover. Charlotte shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Parsons. It's deflected. To the paint. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And how about the find there from the young man? Giannis showing off a little vision there.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Smith. Drummond sets the screen for Smith. No good on the three.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Now here's Parsons. Love with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Parsons finds Love. And Barnes sends it back. Pass to Marbury. On the wing, Giannis. And here's Sexton. Here's Marbury. He's covered by Rondo. And stolen by Drummond. Smith against Sexton. Now here's Rondo. Giannis grabs the miss.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Pass to Marbury. Back to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Barnes. 5 to shoot. Top of the key. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to talk to his guys.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Fareed's checked in for Charlotte. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. 5th, the Raptors.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Parsons outside, pass to Faried. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Here's Rondo. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
Can't guard Rondo lightly. Even from inside, he's capable of finding a way to get to a shooting window and score.
Outside, Sexton. Giannis kicks to Barnes. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got 5 assists in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Rondo. Over Marbury. That misses off the backboard. Barnes up top. Outside, Sexton. Back to Barnes. Over Rondo. The fadeaway J off the mark. Hornets trail by 17. Parsons outside. Charlotte moving the ball around. And it's slammed in by Faried.
And what a finish from Faried, using his athleticism there to leap up as soon as he sees the ball lobbed in his direction.
Now here's Sexton. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Wang. And it's off from three-point range. The Hornets have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
And we heard about the scoring of Giannis, but check out his ability to pass it.
Rondo passes to Parsons. Back to Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Faried. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Faried using minimal instincts there, getting the contact on shots like that.
For Charlotte, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Kenneth Faried.
And the persistence shown by Faried on every possession gets infectious.
So both teams making some changes here. Both free throws good from Kenneth Faried. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lowry passes to Marion. Here's Barnes. Clark goes to screen on Gallinari. From 18 feet away. Count that one. Barnes has got 15 points.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Young kicks it out to Mitchell. Young outside. 6 to shoot. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 7.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Raptors lead by 14. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Brandon Clark is out there with Marion. Then there's Sexton. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Lowry in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Gallinari on the wing, guarded by Marion. Here's Mitchell. Stolen. Lowry dishes to Sexton. Pass to Marion. Now Lowry for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Lowry's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Toronto. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Trailing by 17. Mitchell outside. Back to Smith. Fareed, a screen on Giannis. And the dunk by Fareed.
That's where Fareed is an excellent option in the pick-and-roll game. Athleticism and speed. This usually allows him to free himself up on pick-and-roll plays.
Here's Lowry. Outside for Sexton. Offline with his 3. Hornets trail by 15. Pass to Gallinari. Back to Smith. Gallinari with it. Lets the 3 fly, and he's good on the 3 ball.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. The Raptors making a switch here. Wang's checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. Parsons is checked in. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. During the last break, listened in on Darko Rajakovic talking to his team. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Here's Clark. Kenneth Fareed pulls it in. Fareed's got 4 rebounds in this game. Young against Clark. And Young kicks to Parsons. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Raptors leading by 12. Giannis passes to Clark. Clark sets a screen for Lowry. That three off the mark.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Tuesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Utah up against the Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll head back home to take on the Los Angeles Lakers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
The first one falls.
There's some steely moments that come from Trae Young, and I'll tell you what, if the defense is getting under his skin, he rarely shows that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Drummond comes in for Fareed, and Kevin Love is subbed in for Mitchell. And so Young nails them both.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Marbury passes to Lang. That's a two from Sexton. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
Again, more and more of these pick and rolls help Sexton settle into the pace of play.
Smith kicks to Young. Drummond sets the screen for Young. Gets an open look and hits. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Marbury. Good for his sixth make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
It's tipped. Here's Wang. And he drives in. Marbury, good. And the Raptors lead by 14.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And voice words with his team.
If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hondo's checked in.
Substitution for the away team. Number 16, Rajon Rondo.
Sexton against Smith. Back to Rondo. Love with the screen for Rondo. 5 on the clock. Unloads. And again, the Hornets missing. Raptors leading by 14. pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Marbury. Now Sexton, covered by Smith. Here's Wang. No good with the triple. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Hornets. We've got 1:13 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Love. Smith against Sexton. Smith dishes to Love. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Raptors.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. .44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lowry against Young, wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Lowry passes to Barnes. Some solid defense from Fareed. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Puts it up from 12. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time for our Player of the Game.
you.